What do you think about the starving artist stereotype? Do you think there's complete bullshit, or do you think there's some credibility in that?
There is, I think there's a lot of, my little sister and me talk about this quite a bit, about the sort of, how much money you've actually got to how much money you like to show everyone, how little money you've got. I think, we all get, I don't want to get in trouble about this, but I think we all get sort of told that no one's got any money. Like, we ain't got no money. No one's got any money. Like, it's all going through the roof. And you're like, yeah, but you're still here though. Weird stuff. I'm still here. I'm paying the bills. I'm still doing it. So I think a lot of the, I think, yeah, I'm definitely, there are struggling artists. I see on Instagram, like, there's some artist friends that talk about one artist that I saw on there. She was talking about how she couldn't afford her a Squarespace bill, and then she said, like, I couldn't afford it, and I was just about to deactivate it, and she said someone bought £300 worth of art off me, and it's enabled me to afford my Squarespace account for the rest of the year, which I thought was really endearing, and I thought it was quite a profoundly honest video for it to put up, and I totally understand that. But yeah, I mean, in my experience, I come from a working class background. I didn't go to fucking, Loughborough or or St Martin's or something. I taught myself, and I find with a lot of artists that I know, that are sort of, they kind of dress poor, but they're wedged up, man. Maybe I'm just a bitter working class boy. Yeah, you've all got money. Stop lying. I don't know. I don't think it is an illusion. I think there are artists struggling out there. What I find more disturbing is the amount of projects there are for young people, and you just go, "What's that, Roscoe? You don't like young artists?" And you're like, "No, I love young artists, but the opportunities that they get, as opposed to someone who is in his 30s already, there aren't any projects. Are you aged between 35 and 45? Do you wish to still be an artist or a screenwriter or even a director? Yeah, I do. Well then, fuck off. You're too old. Oh, right. So, but it's like, are you aged between 16 and 21? You're just like, yeah, of course they are. They've got their entire world in front of them. They've got all the time in the world. You're like, where are all these artists that are never given the opportunity, and they're 45 years old and they're still not given the opportunity? Where are all these projects? I'm going to go off on one now. It's not going to go on a crusade, but it's they're the ones that bug me. I find that there's not enough projects for the sort of the oldies. Imagine all the filmmakers out there, the screenwriters, all the people that are brilliant at writing, but they've never written anything, and they know they've got it in them to do it, and they're sitting in accounts or HR, and they're all out there, but they've been never given the opportunity. There could be some amazing potential sort of skilled artists out there, but we'll never see that, because they realise that if they're 42, that's it. That's their job forever.
Do you think it's on them to take the first step, or do you think more opportunities need to be created to encourage those people?
I think there's a direct line between being from a wealthy family, where you get the opportunities in college and university, as opposed to working class and sort of like middle classes, where I was told, like, you got to have a trade. 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 What's your trade? You got to have a trade. So you're either sort of, you work in an office, or you do scaffolding, or you paint and decorating, which I've done. You've got to do all these things. You've got to have a trade. And then suddenly no one sits there and go, what do you enjoy doing? You're like, I like drawing. You just go, well, then fucking do that then. You're like, okay, get a job so that it can finance you doing your art. And no one said that to me. They just went, get a trade, and then if you've got time, have a hobby. That's basically what it is to be sort of working class artist. Art is a hobby,
So it wasn't really ingrained in you to pursue it full time. It was
yeah. I can even remember the preposterousness of being in art and doing art and design in Barnet College. Barnet College, art and design, which I had a great time. I had a really good time. But the very idea, you're sitting there doing, you're doing an art lesson, and you just go, what am I doing this for? Am I going to be an artist? No. The very idea, as opposed to someone from a wealthy background sitting in university doing fine arts and history, they're like, I'm going to become an artist, good for you. Awesome. Yeah. Well, so's Toby and Maguire as well. It's a bit different, isn't it? I think I just said a celebrity's name then. Toby Maguire, wasn't he Spider-Man?
Yeah, I noticed that when you said it, I was like, I see where that's come from.
Toby Maguire. What you got against Toby Maguire? Nothing. I thought he was the best Spider-Man.